Hey everyone, I'm Lydia from Novelty. The other day my dad was washing the car with my brother and my brother's like, "Dad, can we please just use a sponge?" That is my new favorite joke, but no, it's not true. Comment down below if you actually get the joke, because a lot of people just stare at me blankly when I tell it to them. Anyways, I'm Lydia from Novelty, and today we are going to be talking about my favorite or most looked forward to upcoming releases for March and April of 2018. So let's get going. The first book on my list is In Hidden Places by Tracy Peterson. I have enjoyed books by Tracy Peterson in the past because she writes some great historical fiction. Some of it's too romantic or too cliche for me, but for the most part I enjoy her style and her stories. This book looks interesting to me for various reasons, but the main reason is it is a mystery from what I can tell. It takes place in the early 1900s and it takes place in San Francisco, I think. I think that's where it takes place. Yeah, it's the Golden Gate Secrets series. It's the first book in the series. So yeah, folks, that just, a mystery, historical fiction, all of it together sounds pretty promising. The second book on my list is also due to be released on March 6th. What is it up with the 6th, y'all? Like, a whole bunch of books seem to be released on the 6th of each month, which is great. I want to research it someday and figure out if there's a reason for that. But the book is Raising Passionate Jesus Followers by Phil and Diane Comer. I think that's how you pronounce their last name. I don't know anything about them. I had never heard of them before I saw this cover when I was looking through Amazon, but it looks pretty interesting, and y'all know me. I like books about kids for some reason, raising kids. I don't know why it's so interesting to me, but it is. So that is why I chose this one, because it sounds like a great subject matter, and plus the cover really drew me in. The next book on my list is due to be released March 13th, and it is A Heart Between Us. And quite frankly, I chose this book because of the cover. The cover, y'all, look at the cover. If I were to choose one of my favorite covers that I have seen in the last year, this would be at least in the top 5, probably the top 2. It just looks fantastic, folks. Oh my goodness. Plus, it's about a girl who died, and the person who got her heart in a heart transplant decides to do her bucket list, follow through with all the things on her bucket list, which I've heard about books like that before, but I've never read them, so I'm excited to read this book. I don't have it, and I haven't pre-ordered it or anything, but I hope to read it. And the first book for April, due to be released on April 1st, is A Place to Land. This book is a nonfiction title. I'd never heard of it before I was looking through new releases, but the author, she sounds like a TCK, and I have a very soft spot in my heart for TCKs. In case anybody wonders what a TCK is, it is a third culture kid, which is technically like when the parents grow up in a different culture than the kids grew up in, so they're never quite sure where home is, and I'm not sure if the author is actually a TCK because I haven't read it, but from the description it sounded like she was one, so yay. Y'all, the last book on my list is the one I'm most excited about. I am so excited about it that I pre-ordered it as soon as I saw it. It is by Bob Goff. Y'all, you have heard me talk about him, right? He is amazing. His book, Love Does. If you haven't heard me talk about it, then you should look through my stuff till you hear me talking about it, and then you should go buy the book and you should read it. I have not only bought several copies to give away of this book, but I've also lent mine out to multiple people because it's that amazing of a book. And therefore, when I found out he had written a new book, I was like, yay! It is due to be released April 17th, which my writing, it's not very great on there. But yes, April 17th, y'all. So the book is titled, I actually just saw it today, so I'm not sure. Everybody Always. Everybody Always. It's about loving people, even when it's hard to, which is a really great thing to know how to do, because loving people, even when loving is hard, is pretty much what we're commanded to do. So yes, it's nonfiction. Both of his books are nonfiction, and I hope he continues writing them because he's amazing. Y'all, okay, for instance, in his book Love Does, he talks about his family and how they decided to, when his kids were little and 9/11 happened, he's like, oh, you know what, we should pray for the world leaders and we should see what else we can do for them. And his kids were like, yeah, let's invite them all over for a sleepover. So they literally invited thousands of world leaders to their house for a sleepover. And some of them actually came, and other ones like princes and kings and presidents invited them to come visit them. This happened, like this legit happened, guys. And yeah, you need to read his story. So that's when his kids were like 8 and 10 and 12 or something like that. And now they're all grown up, but still. Now you can see why I can't wait to read his next book. So that's it for today, folks. Have fun, and please let me know if you have any books you're greatly looking forward to for the next 2 months.